No matter what they say, you should always try to live a positive life anyway. We only have one life to live. We got to live that way, so even strive on negative vibes. Cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people they know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we got to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people that know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should strive to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always strive to live a positive life. Anyway, yes. Oh, oh, yeah. That's right. But we only have one life to live, and we have to live it. We only have one life to live, and we have to live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes. Lot of mercy, lot of mercy, lot of mercy, lot of mercy. Lot of mercy, lot of mercy. What's up? We are set. King Simon in the mother flipping building. How you doing today? How y'all doing wherever y'all are on the planet Earth? Enough respect to you and your whole family. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you love this video. Make sure you send it out to the friends, because we got a special guest coming up at the 9 o'clock hour. At the top of the hour, it is now approximately 11 minutes before the top of the hour all over the world. 11 minutes before the top of the hour, we got the special one. We got the Oregon Energy Master, the Metaphysics Master. I wish I had him and his wife coming up, but it's going to be just him right now. But whatever you do for them, you supporting the whole team over there, the whole family. So I'm going to put the contact in the description. I put the contact inside of the chat room. So if you want to find out anything about Jerry Miller, or you want to make sure you text him for any products, he sells the Oregon. Matter of fact, this is one of the Oregon Energy products that he gave me years ago. This is one of the Oregon Energy products he gave me years ago. ORGONITE Energy. Keep it around your computers. It helps to lower the frequencies around your computer and all that. And I got a lot of stones and crystals and all kinds of stuff. So we in it to win it. Of course, the song you just heard was one of my songs that I wrote back in 1990. And I actually recorded that at King Jammy's studio in Waterhouse, Jamaica. So big up to my Waterhouse, massive, my Jamaican massive all the time. Yes, I was over there at my brethren King Jammy's all the time. Bunny Lee was there. I seen Ninja Man there. Beanie Man came through. A whole heap of people. Brian and Tony Gold did the harmony for my tune at that. So big up to Brian and Tony Gold all the time. If y'all know them, if you could shout them out. And of course, Beanie Man and all of them are good friends of mine for many years. If you want to find that out, more about that, this is my book. No promotion is bad promotion. And I got, and all publicity is good publicity. This is a motivational book on how to start your own business, whether it be online, whether it be brick and mortar, whether it's doing concerts, shows, events like what I do. This book here will give you a lot of good information. Even the last chapter shows you how to get sponsorship. Good book to get, Amazon and Kindle. It is also a published book by Dr. Laila Africa and his wife. They published this book for me, but it's on Amazon, Kindle. So make sure you go on Amazon or Kindle, download the book for yourself. Charleschild Publishing, that is their company. Of course, you see Dr. Laila Africa's website in the back. Spoke to his wife today. She wants to thank all of you out there that showed the love. She thanks all of you, everyone from all over her heart. She thanks you 1000% for sure, especially his students, especially the contemporary people, the Queen of Fools, the Phil Valentines, all of the people, the Brother Panic, all of those people that showed love because of the transition into rebirth with Dr. Africa and the whole family. So I spoke to Dr. Melanie today. She's in good spirit. Yes, she's crying in and out and all that, but that's what wives have to do. Once you become a widow or once you lose a loved one, that's just what's going to happen. But I kept her up, kept her happy, kept her laughing, and we were laughing in between a lot of stuff. So, Dr. Melanie's going to come back strong and strong with force. And remember, if you want to go to any of the products, you want to get any of the products, in the description bar here, I have his website, and his website will lead you to all his products, all his classes. I mean, he pre-taped everything before he transitioned. So big up to Dr. Laila Africa as usual. Big up to all those. Now, let's find out. It's now 8 minutes before the hour. Let's find out where y'all calling from, where y'all are watching me at. Make sure y'all share this video. Stop playing. I want y'all to like the video. Got 48 people watching. I only got 34 likes. I need y'all to turn it up. It's 50 people watching. I need 50 likes. I need y'all to like this video. Like it up. Where are y'all at? We're going to go island hopping. We're going to go continent hopping. We're going to go state hopping. Tell me where y'all at so I can shout you out. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. So you know what it is. I'm going to start off with me. I'm in Brooklyn. Where y'all at? And we're going to shout y'all out. Remember, get my other book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. That's Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. And my children's book is called Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. So yes, we got a lot. All right, where y'all coming from? Oh, okay, Corona, New York. Corona, New York. Lord have mercy, Jose. Corona, New York. Lord, not Corona again. Big up to Jersey's in the building. Louisiana's in the building. What's up? Oceanside, California's in the building. Kansas City is in the building. Brooklyn in the building. Brooklyn Zoo in the building. Phoenix, Arizona is in the building. Matter of fact, that's where Ali and them is at. I think they're in either Phoenix or they're in Sedona. So big up to them. Bronx in the building. Houston, Texas in the building. West Palm Beach in the building. I'm going to shout y'all out. Tell me where y'all from. I'm shouting everybody out. Northwest Indiana in the building. What's up? North Cal in the building. 707. What's up? 707. GA in the building. I got family at GA, so you know what that is. What's up? Paramaribo. Oh, Paramaribo. Big up to Paramaribo. What's up? Big up Canada. Yo, I used to live in Montreal, so I know what that is. Big up to Montreal, Canada. I used to live out there in North de Grace. Yes, I used to live in North de Grace. So I forgot what Côte-des-Neiges. We lived in Côte-des-Neiges and NDG. Let's put it like that. All right, big up to the DMV, Hartford, Connecticut, Chicago in the building, Virginia's in the building. What's up? Big up North Philly, Germantown in the building, Inner Earth. Yeah, I'm good. You right in there with Inner Earth. You're in that same place where Dr. Blair is at. All right. Georgia's in the building. Samoa's in the building. Norfolk, VA is in the building. Norfolk, VA again is in the building. Birmingham. Big up to the English massive amount of Birmingham. I have family that lives in Birmingham, so big up to my cousin that lives out there in Birmingham. What's up? What's up, Lil? And of course, you are a goat. Greatest of all time. Thank you. Savannah. What's up, Savannah? John. Myrtle Beach is in the building. What's up, Myrtle Beach? How's it going out there? Everybody going on the beach or trying to go on the beach, hang out with the whales? It is what it is. But once again, family, this is King Simon. I'm here with you. Make sure you share this video, because when we get into this energy, because I'm known, big up to Myrtle Beach again, Phoenix, Arizona, Immortal, what's up from Phoenix, Arizona. When I get into this information with Jerry now, Jerry and I go back since 1984. 1984, Jerry Miller and I go back. Mississippi, Mississippi. We used to say that all the time. Mississippi. We used to have to say that real fast when we was younger. So that's the fastest way we learned how to say Mississippi back in the day. Oh yeah. So Jerry Miller goes back to with me back to 1983, 1984. As a matter of fact, when we were on the Islamic journey, Jerry Miller was known affectionately for those from the Ansar Allah community as Teacher Ali or Teacher Abdul Ali. So he was the person that gave me my Shahada when I was Muslim in 1983, 1984. So I was around 16, 17 at that time. He gave me my Shahada. So I've known Jerry and his wife for many, 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 many moons. Oh, yes. Yes, of course. 1984 was that year. That same book, George Orwell wrote that book, 1984, about technology, and ironically, the year 1984 adds up to a number four. If you add it all up, it adds up to a number four. So yeah, Callie, what's up, Callie? I'm glad y'all here. Remember, share this, like this, like this, like this. I see 66 watching and 57 likes. No, I need to see 66 watching and 66 likes. That's what I need to see. So big up to all of y'all. We're gonna talk about it. Me and Jerry are going to get in, of course, what's going on today and why. And of course, the title is Everything You Want is on the Other Side of Fear. And then using Orgone energy, because they really are pushing this fear factor in our head. Now, I do want to say condolences to all those people that have transitioned, whether they had bad health, whether they was going through certain things and whatever they contracted, whether it's this virus or something else, and it exacerbated whatever ailment they had. Because I had a family member, as a matter of fact, while I was doing Blue Pill show, my brother's mother passed on. My brother's mother, one of the women my father used to date and deal with, she passed on, transitioned. And also, I heard that a friend of mine that was at a funeral from out of Jamaica, she transitioned also. So a lot of things is going on. People are being affected. Some people it is touching personally right there. So I got to say condolences to those families that have been affected by it in many ways, and enough respect. And I want all of y'all to keep your head up. Chicago, what's up again? Bronx, what's up again? Cali, what's up again? I just want to make sure y'all keep your head up. That's why I keep my energy up, because although I'm going through certain things and things are hitting me from different sides, hearing about friends and all that. Good friend Biggs, he just transitioned out here. One of my party friends, and German, Father German, big up to Father German. For many years, I used to live up the block from Father German. So people that are transitioning, I'm hearing these things are going on. And so it's close to home in mind, but I'm still keeping an upper energy. And somebody was on one of the comedians, Kareem Green, a good friend of mine, is also in the comedy world. He said he feels like he's in the middle of a Thanos snap. And think about this. If Phil Valentine and people like KT, Dr. Phil Valentine and KT, the arts degree, used to decode movies. And usually when they come out with movies like that, they're trying to prepare you for something that was coming. So that movie came out about last year, that End Game movie came out about last year. So they was trying to prepare us for something like this coming out, that Thanos snap. So pay attention. So make sure y'all study our brother KT and study our brother brother Phil Valentine when they decode movies, but especially KT. KT is the new decoder nowadays. So, all right, I'm about to bring on brother Jerry. I got to call him because he's not going to come up on this. He's old school, straight old school. So I'm going to call him. So hold on one second, family. I'm going to bring on brother my brother in a few seconds right now. Let me just play a song and then we will be right back with brother Jerry Miller right now. Okay, hold on one second. Let me play a song, one of my songs, of course. I'm gonna mute my mic and we'll be right back on. Okay. Love can't run away from me again. I'll never let it go. Love can't hide away from me again. I'll be searching high and low. Love won't keep me back in this time. In love, I will have to grow. my friends, never let love go. Yes, sir. Oh, love can't run away from me again. It was hard for me to find. Love can't hide away from me again. I have found it and now it's mine. Love is tender. Love is sweet. All right, family. All right. I am back. I'm back. And when you find it's true love, never let it go. That's right. My family, I am back. My brother is on the line right now. We're here inside New York, but my brother is on the other side of the world right now. Big up to brother Jerry Miller. Jerry, how are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. Glad to be here with you, man. It's a pleasure. Always a pleasure talking to you, King Simon.
Are you on the speakerphone or something? Are you on the speakerphone? Hello?
Yeah.
Are you on a speakerphone? Because you're coming in muffled now. Are you on a speakerphone?
Okay, hold on. Let me switch it off. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Please. So we got Jerry Miller in the building.
Here we go.
Here
we go. Loop.
Yeah, sounds very good. Yeah, technology. Leave that technology alone, sir. What's up, Jerry? Let me introduce this brother, man, with full flame, because this brother has been my dear friend and one of my people along my journey, from my Islamic journey, my spiritual journey. This man, those that was in that particular community, we affectionately call him Teacher Ali. Of course, Ali means exalted one, and Abdul Ali, he was servant of the exalted one. And I've known him since 1983 when I was 16, and then 17, I took my Shahada. And guess who gave me my Shahada in the Islamic journey? And that was brother Jerry Miller, aka Teacher Ali at that time. How you doing, Jerry? How you been? How's the family?
Everything is well, man. I'm fine as frogs here. Like it, love it, want more of
it. You want more of it? I like that, my brother. I like that. Well, brother, during the times, of course, I hope all your children are well, your grandchildren well. How's everybody doing on that side?
Everyone's doing well. The kids are great. My son's doing good there in Atlanta. My other son, my daughter, he's doing all well. Everybody's doing well. No complaints about anything.
That's good.
We're all doing good.
That's good. I'm glad, brother. Since our journey together, man, it was my cousin that introduced me to this, of course, to you back in the day, and that was brother Duma, brother Duma.
Right.
And right now he's kind of, he can't walk right now. He's getting older, but that was Duma is Duma. I still love him. I love him. And Sully, of course, you remember my cousin Sully and Shafi and all of them. Everybody's so far doing well, but everybody's just getting older, that's what it is,
Well, I ain't getting older, but nothing.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, sir. That's what I say. We don't get older, no way, no how. So it is what it is. Now,
yes, yeah.
I've along this journey, you have made certain transitions yourself. You and your beautiful wife. Your wife used to be over the children's bait back in the day and all that kind of stuff. You was an imam, and now to everybody who don't know you, please let them know who you are and what was your journey like into what you're doing and what you have become now. Please, real quick.
Okay, well, let's go back.
Yes.
Some years, when you and I connected, going back many, many years ago. Back then, we were in the Ansarullah community.
Okay.
In Brooklyn, New York, Bushwick Avenue.
Yes.
I had left everything and everybody and went to the community because of what I saw was being done there, and I wanted to be part of it. Mm-hmm. In my journey there, I so happened to get close to several people in there, and the imam at the time recognized my talents, my abilities, and I kind of moved up the ranks. And what I found out years later, not knowing this, but as I moved up the ranks, the brothers that had been there for a number of years were very envious and jealous of me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that. But they all put on that, that fake face, until I found out for myself that, they weren't really there for the same reason I was there. I was there for what we were supposed to be doing, propagating and trying to raise people up.
Right.
So, but then after a while, I got to a certain point when I noticed some changes and things that were going on. I said, well, it's time for me and my family to get out of here and go off on our own. That's when I began the other part of my spiritual journey. That's when I started to realize there was more to it than just this one thing. So what I had to do was I had to open my eyes to see that there's more than one way to get to where you have to go. And along that way, you take many different paths. And taking different paths, I experienced many different things along the way. Things that were, I won't get too much into them because they're very, very personal now. But the things that helped to change and to raise my consciousness, my awareness, to where I no longer thought through just a single mind. I was thinking with many different minds by things that I began to see.
Jerry, a lot of people don't know you went through Jehovah's Witness also, right?
Well, none of those Jehovah's Witness. What I did was I was going to way back when I was going to Hawthorne Gospel Seminary to become a preacher.
Okay.
And so I was very into the Bible. I studied the Bible, and I still study it to this very day.
Right.
I study in the Greek, the Hebrew, and the Aramaic. And in reading it for what it is, you will find that it isn't saying what you're told it says by Reverend Wrong Path. You see? He'll tell you what he wants you to believe, and you accept it without question. And that was the whole idea of being in Christianity. So I went from Christianity, I dabbled in Buddhism, Taoism, Shintoism. I went through a different gambit of belief systems until I realized that this is not what I wanted to do and what I needed to do. So then I switched over again, like I said, onto another path, onto a different journey, into spirituality.
Yes, sir.
And spirituality covers a whole lot of things, not just any one singular thing. The thing that I noticed about spirituality is that it was hijacked by religion. You see? And religion hijacked spirituality and turned it into a whole lot of other stuff that was not needed, and got people caught up in and I call it the BS, the belief system that has no real foundation in truth, no foundation in knowledge, and no foundation in understanding or wisdom. It's just all based on a belief, nothing concrete. So once you step away from that, and as I always say, don't allow the emotion to get in the way of your intellect. Always remember, intellect before emotion. That's your key. Intellect, number one, critical thinking, number two, and third is common sense. If you apply those three things in anything that you do, you will come out with the outcome that's going to be very favorable for you, and you will find things and see things that you wouldn't have seen there before if you're stuck with the emotions. You see?
Yes, sir.
So we have to get away from those things to incorporate our true selves as to what we are, where we're going, and try to figure out what's going to be our next step. That's where we are right now. Because once we get to the PNR, that's when it's all over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We know the PNR is, right?
No, sir. Please explain that.
Okay. The PNR is a point of no return.
Point of no return. Yes, sir.
That's it. Because once you get there, you can't go back. You can only go forward. So if you don't want to go to that part or that place, make sure that you get to that point and say, okay, before I get to the PNR, let me go back. Because I don't want to go forward to take the responsibility of what's going to be happening next.
Yes, sir.
So that's where we are now. We're heading towards that point. And there are a lot of things that are happening that are making us go toward this point, and we have to embrace that. It's like Gil Scott said in one of his songs. He says, unity will be thrust upon you. That's how it's going to happen. You're going to come together not of your own accord, but because of the fact it's going to be thrust upon you. And that's what's going to make a difference. But anyway, enough about me. And also my wife and I, we are makers of the ORGONITE energy pieces.
Yes.
We make the pendants, we make the pyramids, we make the wands, we make the pendulums, we make a plethora of different tools. These are tools for your spiritual growth to help you get to your next level and help you to protect yourself against negative energies, negative people, and anything that's coming at you that's going to affect you in a physical way as much as in a spiritual way.
Right. And you know, Jerry, you said something in a previous interview back with Joel Benjamin, and I wanted to touch on that real quick because I think that was very important. You said, if people are out here saying that they have all the answers, run from them. What do you mean by that? Please explain that.
Okay, there are a lot of people out there who are teachers, who are imams, who are ministers, whoever. There are people out there who possess knowledge. There are a lot of people out there that possess knowledge.
Yes.
But the thing is that there are those who present themselves as having all of the answers. Mm-hmm. No one on this planet has all of the answers. Mm-hmm. Because if one person possessed all of the answers and somebody put a bullet in his head, what happens to all the questions? What happens to all the answers? They're gone. Yes. So everybody has a little piece of the pie that they can present, but there are those that you can tell who they are because when you present them with a question mm-hmm. and they don't know the answer, rather than say, I don't know, they will make up some shit just so they don't look silly or look stupid. Mm-hmm. See, that's one of the biggest fears that a lot of people have is that to stand up in front of people, because I did it for years. Yes, I taught newcomers class in the community. I put myself in front of people and said, ask me any question that you can think of.
That's right.
And if I knew the answer, I would tell the answer. But if I didn't know, then I'll say to you, well, I don't know, but I can find out for you.
Yes, you would say that. I could attest to that. Being in the class before I took my Shahada, yes, I could attest to you saying those things. You and teacher Dawood at that time, too.
Yeah, Dawood was there with me as well, right? Dawood was there. Dawood also was with Abdul Noor.
Yes, Abdul Noor,
for
yes.
a short time, Brother Ishmael was there, too.
Yes.
He was supposed to be my mentor / teacher, but, that's another story for another day. He's a good brother, too. But, we all were there doing what we had to do. But I taught that class for well over 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Every Saturday, every Sunday.
That's right.
And I would put myself there in front of anyone, and it wasn't structured to be a topic. It was like, come in and question us.
That's right.
Anybody from the Hebrew Israelites to other Muslims to Christians to whoever would come, bring it. We invited you to come there, and we would let you ask us any question off the top of your head, whether it came from the Bible, whether it came from Quran, wherever you wanted to go, we were there.
Yes, y'all was definitely. I mean, that's what intrigued a lot of us, and that's what we went out there and propagated and told everybody to come answer all the questions, get all the questions answered. So that's what caught in. Now, moving forward, we're in a time now, and Minister Farrakhan taught a lecture years ago, and I want to hear it from your perspective. He taught the time and what must be done. We're in a time right now, and from your perspective, from that spiritual perspective that you and your wife is coming from, the time and what must be done now. What should we do? What's going on in that spiritual realm? Because I know y'all are very connected. What is the time? Because I know the theme of this particular broadcast is everything you want is on the other side of fear.
And so, yes, sir. The thing is, we have to remember this. We have to ask this question, okay, on the real. When the smoke clears, when all this shit is over, what is going to be your next move? What are you going to do? Are you going to do the same thing you've been doing before this stuff happened? Because like it says, this is the time for no more backward thinking. This is time for thinking ahead. All right? You have every opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to sit down with your family and look at your children and say, what we're going to do next is going to be for you. It's going to be for the children, because if you want to go back to the old way, after all this here stuff is done, then you learn nothing by what is happening. This is an opportunity. While that beast is busy trying to do whatever he can do, you have an opportunity to do the opposite. They're going to throw money at you. And what are you going to do with that money? Are you going to go run out there and get some Gucci? Or you going to go out there and get some Prada? Or you can go out there and get some new clothes? What are you going to do with that? Are you going to go back out and give it back to them? You're going to give the money back? Once you give it to you, you're going to give it back.
Right.
And the game you have to be careful of is that they're saying they're suspending certain bills or certain loans where they're suspending, not canceling, they're suspending. So it means that if for 3 months' time you haven't paid a card note, or you haven't paid rent, or you haven't paid whatever it is, they're going to say to you, well, Mr. Johnson, you're 3 months in arrears. How do you plan on catching up? What the hell how are you going to do that? You can't. So from a higher realm, a higher level of consciousness, this is the time that you raise your level of consciousness and awareness and start what the ancestors want me to do with what's going on now. Because of the distraction that's taking place, as I said before, like you can't go to the club and drop it like it's hot now. You can't hang out no more in the corner. You can't do anything. So therefore, you are now put into a position where you can come together as a group, as a people, as a like-minded people, and say, this is going to be our next move. Because when this stuff is over, I'm not going back to the old ways, because there's a new way coming. Like it says, it's going to be a great and dreadful day. It's going to be great for some and dreadful for others. And you got to recognize and realize and ask yourself at what point or where are you going to be standing when the shit falls? That's what the question. Where are you going to be standing? What are you going to do? What are your plans next? Because there's some people just sitting there waiting for it to get over, and that's it. Right. But there are those who got to sit back and start planning and start thinking. And I'm going to get together with brother so-and-so and with sister so-and-so, and we're going to get together and we're going to devise something. We're going to create something that's going to be a future that's going to be better for not just us, because we've already got what we had to get. We've done our time. We've lived our lives. Now the next move that we have to plan is for the children. Yes. And the grandchildren. You can't just think of short term. You have to think long term.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And those that are just tuning in, we are here with one of our great teachers, one of my great teachers for many years, this brother here, Jerry Miller, the great Jerry Miller, man, who's been doing this for a long time. And I've been answering questions for a long time. And like I said, he's an Oregon energy master and always elevate. Him and his wife has been a part of my life for a long time. And many of you out there, because right now we got like 116 people watching, only 89 likes, a thumbs up. I need y'all to thumb it up to 115, 117. I don't just need 89 likes. This sets the algorithm so we can spread. Please share this, because the information he's going to go into even more is going to get even more greatly balanced for you to understand what needs to be done. So, Brother Jerry, this is a spiritual and a physical battle, you would say, correct? You would say it's a spiritual and a physical battle?
Let's go back to a scripture.
Yes, please.
It says this here: we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right.
This is where this has come from. This is not just a physical battle. We're doing spiritual warfare.
Yes, sir.
Because the idea is to capture your mind, your body, and your soul. And this is done through repetition and deception. Okay, that's where it's done. Because if you're sitting at home right now and you're watching television, which most people probably are doing, what do you hear every day when you turn it on? You hear nothing but doom and gloom, death and destruction. That's all you're hearing. This many people died today. That many people died today. Yes. Not taking death lightly or what's going on lightly, but the thing is that once you hear it over and over and over and over, what does it do? It puts fear in you.
Yes.
You hear that these people are dying, that one is dying, and the fact is that you might be dying. You don't know it.
Exactly.
You're carrying something you don't know. So all that stuff that is meant to attack you on a spiritual level and an emotional level, to put fear in you that you're afraid that if you go outside, you might get sick or you might get disease. And what you got to notice is that when the people who are presenting the news that are outside, they ain't wearing no mask.
Exactly.
But they tell you to wear a mask. Look, I ain't the Lone Ranger. I ain't wearing no mask. I'm not buying into the lies and things like that. Not to say that you don't try to take care of yourself, because your health is very, very important.
Yes.
And then now they're saying, and this is what really got me, is that the vast majority of these people who are dying now are African Americans. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But then I say, well, all those people that died in Italy, how many of them were African Americans?
Exactly.
All those people that died in Germany, Sweden, all those people that died in all these European countries, how many of them were African Americans? Because a bunch of them were dying.
Exactly.
But now when they get here, all of a sudden it's attacking African Americans. And they say because of you got high blood pressure, you got all these type of diseases going on. And the thing I want to say about that, the high blood pressure and all those type of things, those type of diseases are what you call lifestyle disease. They're not something that you can catch. You can't catch high diabetes from somebody. You can't catch coronary heart disease from somebody. You can't catch cancer from somebody. You can't catch a stroke from somebody. This is all a lifestyle type of disease, which means that whatever you are doing in your lifestyle, whatever you are putting in your body, is causing your body to have this disease, and it causes you to be susceptible to whatever comes on because you have a compromised immune system. So if you were to change your lifestyle, i.e. change what you are putting in your body, through bad food, through processed food, through chemical food, through fake food, and start switching over to real food, it will make a difference for you. But because your lifestyle is compromised, your eating habits are compromised, your way of thinking is compromised, that means that you are susceptible to whatever is out there, and if it jumps on you, you have no defense against it. So you have to change your lifestyle in order for your body to be able to create what it needs to fight off whatever it is that comes at you in a disease way. You see? So we have to pay attention to how things are worded, what's going on, and why all of a sudden now, after all this time going by, we find out that it's affecting Black people, or African Americans, as they say, and just to make it more credible, they throw African American people out there to tell you, yeah, y'all getting sick. Yeah, this happening to y'all. And this is what you would know, and it's going to be the worst week ever. And that puts fear in you.
Right.
This is where you step up and say, you know what? Fear has no place in my life, because worry is the child of fear. Once you stop worrying about things that are not going to happen, that won't happen, that you have control over, then there's no need to fear. But fear is a weapon that is used, and it's the most potent weapon that they have, because they can say anything that on the television, that they tell live vision, they tell you anything, and you will believe it without question. Without question. And because you do that, you are really giving away your power to somebody else. Again, I don't want to make light of any situation
of
people who are losing their lives, things that are happening, but we have to look at things from the intellect. We have to look at things from the critical thinking and common sense. We start incorporate those, and again, you'll see the man behind the curtain who ain't the wizard.
The Wizard of Oz. Those that are just tuning in, there's 141 people watching, only 124 likes. I needed to go up to 141. We got Jerry Miller in the building. When I say he brings fire, I used to bring him in, of course, here. I've had him open up for Delbert Blair. I've had him come in when we finally found each other after so many years.
Yes, it was a while.
And then when I looked, I seen all this locks and all this grass. I said, wait a minute, I had to look beyond all this. I said, oh snap, that's Teacher Ali. And then my ex-wife, my former wife, Tasleen, told me that she was into it. And I said, get out of here. That's the person, I won't, this is a person I always wanted to link up with. And then as soon as I found him, I brought him in. You know me, Jerry. As soon as I found him, I know Jerry was going to bring the fire anyway. Let me bring him in and see what he's like. But Brother Jerry, what's so interesting, man, you say about taking care of your health, the lifestyle. What about the spiritual work people have to do? I know you and your wife put in a lot of spiritual work. Y'all are now in Arizona doing your spiritual work. How can people, even us in New York, and that's being really quarantined, we're not out there in the mountains like you and amongst that, because I was out there in Sedona. That's a beautiful place, man, a very highly vortex place. How can we grid our houses and grid ourselves and make sure we protect our environment that we're in while we're in cities like this, please?
Well, one of the first things that you should do in your household is clean the house on a spiritual level.
Yes, sir.
That means like you get your sage, you get your frankincense, you get your myrrh, you get different fragrances or different incenses, and you smudge your house and yourself along with what we have. That takes care on one level. Then you got to look at the other level by way of the orgone energy pieces that we have. I recommend that you keep some in your house.
Yes.
I have them. I have them in my car. I got them in the house. I got, well, because I do make them, so therefore I can have that, place of having them there. But in and out the house and everything. And another thing we have to do is learn to let go of the things of this world. Release the attachments to things.
Yes.
You follow? Because of the fact that that's what holds a lot of people down. And they get so caught up on having things that they lose sight of their spirituality. Let me give you a quick example of something where people are attached to things. Let's say you're driving your car and you missed a turn or something, and you run up on the curb and you bust your wheel.
Right.
Whole wheel axle's broke. What do? You get out the car and start to cuss and stuff about, and you start making all kinds of stuff and all kinds of noise, and what you have to stop and think about is that why are you doing that? Because all of that energy that you're putting out for something that happened is being wasted because of the fact that it's not going to change a damn thing. It's not going to get the tire back on. It's not going to get you out of there. So you have this, again, we got to go back to the intellect and say, okay, I messed my car up. First thing I need to do, I need to call the tow truck driver, I need to call the insurance company. And you start doing things on an intelligent level and not the emotional level. And that takes you up to another level because what you're working with spirit now. You're not working with the physical. You're working with the spirit, saying this is what you need to do to resolve this issue or to resolve this problem. So that way you don't take that energy that's going to affect you in an adverse way on a physical level and may cause you to have a heart attack over something that you have no control over. So we have to look at things from another perspective, that we don't get attached to things. And when we know we're attached to things, is by one word, my. That's my house. That's my car. That's my this, my that. And so when you begin to attach that, you are now in the world. All right?
Right.
So it says you could be in the world, but not of the world. There are things that are here that makes your journey as you are passing through this third dimension realm onto the next dimension that makes you more comfortable, but you don't become so attached to them to the point where they take you down to a lower level in this here third dimension realm that you lose sight of who you are and what you should be doing. That's why the prophets, the wise men and women, would leave the city to go out to the wilderness to reconnect, to reinvigorate themselves, to recharge, and then come back to the city, do whatever work they had to do, and then leave again. They did not want to be part of it. They did not want to be in the city amongst the people which were not trying to live a clean and righteous life. That's the whole point of it. If you want to grow, then another thing you need to do is go to meditation.
Yes, sir.
Meditation is one of the best things that anyone can do to raise their conscious level in order for them to be in touch with spirit and to seek guidance as to what you should be doing, as opposed to, again, going to the club,
exactly,
and going to the club and like I said before, drop it like it's hot and go out there and buy up all of the stuff that you can buy and one thing that you ever notice, just for a point, that all of the sales, whenever something's on sale, it starts on Fridays over the weekend. You know why?
No, sir. God, please explain.
Because you get paid on Friday.
True, that's right. That's common sense.
You get paid on Friday, so come Monday morning, you probably ain't gonna sell on Monday. Because you ain't got no money to spend on Monday. So they gear you up for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like the song says, what, living for the weekend? That's what you do. So when the weekend get there, before you even get there, you already spent your money. So they show you the shoes on TV, they show you this, they show you that. Man, as soon as I get paid, I'm gonna cop that. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna do that. And before you know it, that's why I said living from paycheck to paycheck. Come Monday morning, you say what? Man, I had a hot time on the weekend, but I ain't got no more money. Look, I'm broke. Because the trick is to get you to fall for the game. And again, if you don't learn to control your mind, somebody else will. And that's the game that's being played. The game being played now is they're playing chess while you're busy playing checkers. And you got to kick over that checkerboard and start playing chess to get up on that level to see what this here game is. Again, through constant repetition is how fear is bred. The more you hear something, the more you keep hearing over and over and over, whether it's true or not, it's going to sound real after a while. That's why when you look at that little big symbol, you see a little thing, they call it the heart-shaped thing, that little thing you call a heart.
Yes.
You know, everybody, the emojis, that's not a heart. A real heart don't look nothing like that. But because it was put out there and has been accepted by the world, you say, well, oh, that's a heart. That's not a damn heart.
Right.
Look at the one that's inside your chest. That's a real heart. That's just something to give you something to look at and say, this is all part of the trick, is to keep saying it over and over and over. And if I tell you something long enough, you're going to believe it.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's true or not. And so, again, your spiritual battle is one for your mind. Through meditation is one of your keys. The next key to your spiritual growth and development is love. You have to learn to, first of all, love yourself. That's the most important thing. Because if you don't love yourself, won't nobody else love you. Don't expect anyone to love you. You follow? And then when you do that love, make it unconditional. I love you because, no, I just love you. And once you understand what love really is, then you'll know. It's not the love of, oh, I love those shoes. No, you don't. You say, I love those. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love. You just throw that word around, and it has no real meaning in the value of what comes from within. You have to understand that you have romantic love and you have paternal love.
Yes, sir.
There's two different forms of love, and it goes beyond that. But those are just the two basic ones. And once we understand, it's the same emotion, but it has a different vibration, a different frequency in how it is expressed. Like, for instance, you can love your father and love your husband, but you love them at a different frequency, a different type of love, and you love them equally, but it's a different type of a love. I love my father, yes. I love my husband, yes. And then I love my son. And that's another different form. So we have to understand when we say love, let's not waste it on inanimate objects, and let's apply it to ourselves and to other human beings like ourselves that can appreciate it when we give it.
Yes, sir.
Not just give it willy-nilly to any lottie-dottie anybody.
That's right.
You know, you don't want to do that.
That's right. Those that are just tuning in, we are speaking with our beloved brother and elder, Jerry Miller, of course, bigging up his beautiful wife, Sandra Fraser, also. Now, I just put up on the description bar again in the chat, I put up how to contact him for Oregon Energy or Organite Energy Independence. You can Cash App him, please Cash App him. And the Cash App is $JAES124. That's $JAES124. And if you want to do PayPal, you can PayPal him at JAES123 at Yahoo. That's JAES123 at Yahoo. And you can find him and his wife on IG. Him, Jerry Miller 940 FB, Jerry Miller, and his wife Sandra Fraser. They're on all of those. And matter of fact, in the description under this video, you can see all her links and everything as far as her Cash App and emails and everything to her. Also, if you want to talk to his wife, if you don't want to talk to the male, you can talk to the female. This is a team here. This is a team. This is a family. It's a family affair. She nodded her head till I said, "What's up?"
He said, "What's up, Sandra?
How you doing, Sandra? Where is she at? We need to talk to her. Bring her in. Come on, Sandra. Please. Sister Sandra. Oh my God, my sister. How you been?
I am doing wonderful.
Those that don't know who I'm on the line now, I'm going to have to change the whole title of this because I'm going to have to put Sandra's name in it. We have Sandra Fraser Miller in the building. She's in the building. This has been a very extraordinary woman, and she was one of those women that was just the caretaker of all the beautiful children back in the day, back in the Ansar. So, you know, Sandra, how you doing, sister? How's everything as a family?
I am doing wonderful, working hard and
Yeah.
keeping fear out of the system and
Yes.
just moving along each day. Being cautious, you have to be
Yes,
cautious,
ma'am. That's right.
but
That's true.
just leave the rest of everything else there.
Sister Sandra, you from your perspective, from the spiritual realm perspective, especially because I know you're constantly in contact, and and I know a lot of us are, but we don't pay attention. But I know you are constantly in contact. What do you think is the spiritual health or ramification of all this that's going on right now on Earth?
Well, what we said last week,
Yes, ma'am.
and I hadn't mentioned this before,
Yes, ma'am.
this is an attempt to bring in the New World Order.
Mm.
That's what we, the beings, said.
Yes.
And they said everything is dependent on the people.
Mm.
What we do will decide the outcome. Even though we do have help from higher beings
Yes.
and many, many different beings that are, within the planet and come in and out and go, there's help. But at the same time, we have to do what is necessary to reach critical mass. And that means it takes a certain amount of percentage of people, and I don't remember the percentage, on the planet to think a certain way, to have love, to let go of things that hold you back, all of those things. And then we reach a critical mass where things shift. So we're moving towards a shift.
Yes.
And even though all this, the virus is negative and it seems negative, there is a shift coming, and there's going to be a difference after this.
Sister Sandra, that is so important that our people know, and I want people to know that this is Brother Jerry's wife, Sandra. Show enough respect, put them ones up for Sister Sandra. Matter of fact, she born under the 7. Put the 7 up. Put the 7 up. Like 7 up, 7 up. Put the 7 up. Sandra, Sister Sandra, it is so important for the healers out there, the true healers. Let's be real. The true healers like yourself and Jerry to continue to do their work and to help lessen the fear. Like I've been doing on my channel. I don't even put the word coronavirus on my channel. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's just
you see people posting a lot of stuff,
yes.
And I'm to the point where I'm just going to start deleting them because you don't want to be in denial. There's something going on. There's something happening, but at the same time, you don't want to dwell in it. And there's times where people are going to feel afraid.
Yes.
Just say, "I delete it."
Yes.
And think of something else.
That's right.
Because this too will pass.
That's right. And that's what I wanted to get from you, because I was going to ask the question: are we able to win this? Are we able to win this?
We are. And that meditation that was done.
Yes.
Supersede what they expected. So that created a shift.
Yes.
And then in India, the prime minister told everybody, I forgot what night it has passed, to turn all the lights off and at 9 o'clock to do a specific chant. That's over 1 billion people chanting.
Wow.
So all those things is creating a shift. The thing is, the news is not giving you the positive side of things.
Yes.
All you're hearing is negative. So, if you're drawn to look at the news, look at it just to get a little bit of, what's going on.
Right.
And then turn it off and move to something else.
Right. I tell people don't even watch the news no more than 7 minutes. I tell people just like that. No more than 7 minutes.
Just a little bit, you get the gist of it, and you just move on from there.
And keep it moving. That's exactly what I do. I tell my mother that too, because she's 80 years old. These Jamaican women, sometimes they're hard-headed.
Yeah.
I see.
But we're all here at this time because we chose to be in this space and time.
Yes.
And if we could not handle it, we would not have been here. And we just forgot that we're able to, to take care of all of this.
And that's what I was saying to myself too. In retrospect, even through the numbers, because I do numerovation or numerology, I show people that the number 4 is a mental number, but you got to keep your mental health up, your mental capacity up. You got to keep on staying motivated during this time, because mental health can go to depression real quick in a time like this.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people going through depression.
Yes.
But that depression is also generated from fear.
Yes.
If you weren't afraid, you wouldn't be depressed.
Exactly.
You're buying into everything that has been told to you, and it's creating that level of fear. And like Jerry said, it's important to meditate.
Yes.
During meditation, information is downloaded to you.
Yes.
Whether you are aware of it or not, it is being downloaded to you.
That's right.
And at some point, when you come into that level of awareness, you will be able to access the information.
And I tell people very carefully to be careful of this technology, because again, 2020 as of to a 4, and 4 rules technology. The 2 represents emotions. So they know how to use technology to get you. Radio, television is also ruled by the number 4 in the study of numbers. So we got to pay attention to what they're putting out there and stay away from the over exacerbating of fear. That's what's killing us. That's what's killing a lot of us. I have a family member that transitioned according to them. But you know what's so interesting, Sister Sandra, is that they're saying everybody, the Mano de Bongo, who was 83, they said he had the coronavirus. They said Curly Neal from the Harlem Globetrotter, he had the great shaman that just passed through. They saying that he had. Come on, he was 93 years old. Why he can't just die of old age? Why couldn't they just what the?
I saw something where they said they're saying everybody has it,
yes,
regardless of what they might have died from. But you know, at the end of the day, that's their time to move on, and people chose different channels, different ways of leaving.
Right.
You know, and that's the way they leave. What? And the rest of us, we have work to do, so. Well, we just continue on, you know, and ignore the rest of stuff. But again,
yes,
be cautious.
Yes,
you know?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, you know,
you're a spiritual being living in a physical environment.
That's right. That's right.
On the physical part, you have to be cautious.
Well, I wanted to thank you for coming on, at least briefly, to come say, I needed to hear your voice. You know, that's like a comforting mama coming in to comfort us. You know, Jerry can be hardcore, so I need some comfort.
But like I said, what's up, Bob Marley song, Every Little Thing?
It's gonna be all right. Exactly.
If we all get together and think positive.
Yes.
Because it says thought travels faster than the speed of light.
Yes.
So first you have the thought, then eventually it has to. The more it lowers in vibration, it becomes physical.
Yes.
So people that are constantly putting out negative things, eventually it lowers in vibration and it takes on form.
Yes.
So just get on everybody around you to think a positive way.
Yes.
Not to be in denial, but think about everything that's going on.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Back to Jerry.
Thank you very much, Sandra. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bless it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Brother Jerry, I needed that comfort from Mama. You know, because you what's so funny, I tell people, you know, you're born on the 27th of a month, just like Dr. Africa, the late Dr. Africa. And when y'all come to it, y'all come hard and just give it straight to the point. But when the mama comes in, she born under the 7th, and so is Dr. Africa's wife. When she born under number 7 also, they come with this comforting attitude and this thing that, you know, sometimes we need that balance, brother.
You got to be able to look at both sides of the coin. Yeah. One quick thing too.
Yes.
I talk about rather quickly.
Please.
I see on the news that like there was a person that was talking about colloidal silver.
Yes.
You know, and not saying that it's a remedy or that's a cure-all, and they're saying, and they're telling people, they being the news media, saying stay away from that stuff is this, is that. Well, if you research colloidal silver, which I've done way many years ago, what you found out is that for over 125 years, it was the main thing that was used in treating disease. Up to 1938, colloidal silver was the number one remedy that they had for over 650 different pathogens. Wow. And it's antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. It's an amazing thing. And the key to getting it is get anything that's over 100 parts per million. That's the one you want to get there. 10 parts per million, 70 parts per million, and it goes up. But you get the one that's 100 parts per million is what you want to have in your stockpile.
Right.
That's what you want to have. This stuff here is wonderful stuff. It's an amazing product. Again, I'm not saying that it's going to cure anything.
Right.
That's going to do anything. I'm just telling you what research says about it. And they say that it's dangerous and it's deadly. But if it's so deadly and so dangerous, why don't the FDA just take it off the market?
But you know, Brother Jerry, let's talk about a few of the products, because I've seen you on your FB mention a few products. Don't have to mention all of them. I'll send everybody to your Facebook to go watch that if they have to. But like, I know you've spoken about turpentine. You could mention a few of the products that you suggest during this time, please.
Anything I suggest,
yes,
I have tried, I have used,
yes,
I have taken.
Yes.
So I'm not just saying it just to say it. The turpentine is what we use to get rid of parasites.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's old school remedy. I remember as a kid,
yes,
my grandma or big mama would give us turpentine, would give us castor oil to clean us out every week. And Friday, all my buses would line up, and she'd pour that stuff in. And you get it, and you'll be clean out because they knew what they had to do. It's that the old remedies, and I would say for what it is, was what worked before modern medicine came along.
Yes, sir.
Like Big Mama would go out there. If you had a cut, and the cut was infected, and Big Mama saw it, Big Mama said, "Come here, boy." And what she would do, she would go in what we call the bread box. We had bread boxes back then.
Yes.
And she'd find an old moldy piece of bread, all green and moldy, and she would get some water, sprinkle some water on it, put it on that infected hand or wherever it was, wrap it up, and in 2 or 3 days later, the infection is gone.
Yes.
Why? Because of the penicillin that's in the mold. That's where you get penicillin from.
Yes.
And they knew that. So what they did, and I'm saying they, the people that run the show for the time being, they would go in and they would isolate the penicillin from the bread and then sell it to you for a bunch of dollars. Where, or if you had an old moldy piece of bread, you can do the same damn thing for the external infections. Also, I had on there oil of oregano.
Yes.
Oil of oregano is top shelf as far as I'm concerned. Antiviral, antibacterial, antifungal. There ain't nothing out there that can come up against it. Whatever this ease you put on it, it will kick his ass. Oil of oregano. Also, we had the what was it? Black seed oil. Oh yeah, black seed oil. That one also was amazing. But the expression black seed oil can cure anything but death is what they say. That's how powerful that is. See, and the ancients knew about the seeds. Yes. The seeds were very, very powerful. That's why when you study the story of Aladdin, or as they say, the story of Aladdin, that's their way of saying it, but it's really Aladdin. When you study the story of Aladdin and he went to the cave, what did he say to open the door of the cave?
Abracadabra.
Open sesame.
Open sesame.
Why the sesame seed? Because they knew how powerful that sesame seed was and what it could do. So they would say, open sesame, and the cave would just open up because of the seed of what this here things can do. All those different things that I mentioned, again, are not cures, but they are best to have in your house. The one I told you about the other day, the sodium thiosulfates. Right. The sodium thiosulfate is what they give to people who have arsenic poison or some kind of poison in their body, and they give it to them intravenously. So, but the way that I took it, the way that I take it, is that I take a teaspoon of sodium thiosulfate. So I'm doing it. You find your own way of doing it. Don't say Jerry said to do it this way. I'm telling you what I did, because y'all go out there and try this and shit, and then I think you know something happened to you. But Jerry said, no, Jerry ain't said nothing. I take a teaspoon of sodium thiosulfate, a teaspoon of vitamin C, mix it into about maybe 3 or 4 ounces of warm water, room temperature water, and I drink it down. And in drinking it down, what happened is that you do it at night. You don't do it during the day. Do it at night. And what you do is that you'll find something going on. And I would advise you, if you're going to take it, research yourself, but don't stand no more than maybe 10 feet from the bathroom. Because if you think you're going to pass gas, you're going to embarrass yourself.
You're going to embarrass yourself, yes.
You're going to embarrass yourself. You don't want to go out there and do that. You don't want to do that. So that is also, but it's very, very powerful, and it will get the butter from the duck. I'm telling you, but sodium thiosulfate, research it, find out how you choose to use it. You can order it and you can get it, but you want to be careful with it, because if you don't do it right, it will cause problems for you. Yes. Again, do your research on it. Yes. And the last thing I want to talk about is the vitamin C. Yes. Vitamin C is very, very important. as I said in my lecture before, is that the only animals on the planet that can't produce its own vitamin C are humans, primates, and guinea pigs. Every other animal on the planet body can produce its own vitamin C. Whenever the animal starts to get sick or things begin to happen, it increases this vitamin C in the body to eradicate whatever might be taking place. We as humans have to get it from an outside source. And there was a video that I posted on my page about that guy that was in, I think it was in Netherlands or somewhere, who was dying, and the family insisted that they give him high doses of vitamin C, and he was at death's door. They were saying they're going to pull the plug on him on Friday. This was on Monday. And the family insisted on giving him vitamin C in large doses, and before you know it, the man started to reverse his condition.
Okay.
And I saw on the TV not too long ago where in the hospitals in New York, they were giving some patients high doses of vitamin C.
Yeah.
Okay, so they know what is going on, but they don't want you to know. They want you to depend upon the drug, so that when they produce whatever drug it is, next thing you know, you can be paying through the nose to get it.
Well, you know, people that's just tuning in and coming in, of course, we have Jerry Miller. Everything you need, everything you want is on the other side of fair. And now we're going to talk about this Organite energy. And you got the floor about Orgone energy and how they can get it from you. Please explain what Orgone energy is and how they can get it for you. You're going to close out with this, and we're just going to finish it off right with this, because I want people to make sure they buy your pendants, buy the products that you and your wife have, and all of that. Please, let's talk about it, brother. Please.
Okay. Well, first of all, you have Orgone and you have Organite.
Right.
Two different things.
Okay.
All right. The Orgone energy is what Wilhelm Reich was the one who came up with the Orgone energy by putting certain metals and things together and fusing it and discovered this Orgone energy. And what he found out is that when he created a box where people would go in and sit in this box and they would come out and be disease free. Whenever they went in there with 89 or 90% of the people that went in there came out and were in great shape. Now, Orgone energy is nothing really new. It's just that it is equivalent to prana, chi, life force energy. It's all of the energy, but when you fuse it together with certain metals that we use shungite stones, we use black tourmaline, we use crystals, clear quartz, we use selenite, we use copper, we use iron oxide, and we fuse these together in the resin, which is like when you have coal in underground and under pressure, it becomes a diamond. It's the same thing. Once you put these materials together in a particular way, and the energy of the fusion enforces the energy and forms a barrier around you. In other words, when you have it on your person, it can form like a, for lack of a better word, an invisible barrier that will block anything negative by way of coming at you through EMF, EMR, ELF, 5G, all those different things, frequencies coming at you, and it has an adverse effect upon the body. The Orgone will be able to deflect that, as well as when you put it in your house, when you have all these electrical things going on there, it helps to mitigate them as well. You want to be able to have the right stuff and they're made in a correct way. Now, I'm not going to say this about anybody else's product. You can go on YouTube and you go online and you'll find dozens of people that make Organite.
Yes.
I make mine different. I don't mimic what anyone else does. I combine mine through the same formulation that was given to Wilhelm Reich. All I do is I put a little twist on it. When I'm making mine, there are certain frequencies that I'm infusing in them as I'm making it. There are certain things that I'm saying as I'm making it. There are certain things that are being done to it before it even gets to that stage, because of the fact that you want to be able to make sure that it's going to do what it's supposed to do.
Right.
That's why I tell my customers that it takes me a little time to make them. I don't make that in one day and say, here it is. I don't rush it. It takes me a few days. And I also want to say to anyone who is out there that's ordered anything from me, I'll ask that you be a little patient, because we are really kind of backlogged here for a minute or two trying to get everything out to you. So it will get out, but just give us a little time, and I promise you, you'll be getting your things within the next week or so. But the Orgone energy is something that you should have, would want to have, and if you contact me, you will have, because I'm the best who ever did it and got away with it. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just put up your link already. I put up your link of all the stuff that needs to get in contact with you. Definitely, you're the best that ever did it and got away with it.
That's right.
I like that. You,
Because, and I'll tell you this, you ain't part of the crew, but you're going along too.
exactly. You always been good with words, brother Jerry. You always been good. Yeah. Oh man, people, man. Like I said, family, we've been speaking with brother Jerry Miller. And if you have any questions, I could throw up before we got 5 more minutes. If you have any questions you want to throw up real quick, please throw some questions at us right now. I want to thank you already, brother Jerry, for just being a part of this great monumental thing. Somebody said they're ordering right now, so yeah, make sure y'all email him, hit him up, and all of that. But if you have I'll show you one of the Organite Energies pyramids that I got from him. I got one. I'm showing it to them right now. I got this was one of the ones that he made for me. I got a few of them around my house. So this brother really, every time he came in town, he always blessed me with something. He blessed me with a whole bunch of stones already. The shungite. Oh, tell him about that shungite, brother Jerry, please.
Man, shungite, man, is something that I guess the only place it's found on the planet is in Russia.
Yes.
And what's happening is getting harder and harder to get right now.
Right.
So everybody wants to get it to protect themselves against what the emissions of the 5G, EMR, EML, ELF, and all those different things. And so, but we infuse ours with the black tourmaline as a combination, and that's a great combination to ward off any of those type of negative energy signals. But the thing is that there are some people out there who are passing off coal as shungite. So what I tell people to do, if you want to check out, make sure you got the real deal. Take off the back of your light, because I've done demonstrations many times. If you have a flashlight, take off the back of the flashlight, not the battery. Leave the battery in and touch the shungite to the battery and see if the battery light still comes on. If it does, then you know you got some real shungite. But if it doesn't, then you've been BS.
Wait a minute, repeat that again. Say that again. One more time. Say that again with the shungite, please.
Okay. If you want to know if you're getting real shungite from anyone, because like my wife and I, we have it here, what you do is you take off the back of your flashlight, this little button that turns the light on. Take that off, leave the battery in.
Right.
Then you take the shungite and touch it where the back of the flashlight would have been onto the battery. Once you've done that, you'll see that the light will come back on if it's real shungite. That lets you know that you've got the real deal, and it contains nobody knows where it came from. That's one thing.
Okay.
They don't know where it came from, and it's a product. It's something that everybody should have, and we use it to purify water. When you research it, you find out all the different medicinal things that it does for the body, all the things that it can do by way of frequency and changing things, the energies in the home, different things of that nature. It's very, 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 very good thing to have on your person. You know, that's why I put it in all my pieces that I create.
Right.
Somebody
asks in the chat, does the Organite and lower radiation?
It deals with the EMF, EMR, ALF, all those different types of forms of radiation. It does do that too. 5G, it lowers all of those. It helps to put a barrier against them. And just so that you know, if you don't think you're being affected by those frequencies, by those waves of energy is coming, if you have a car and you have that little clicker that you can push the button and will open the car door, like what happens? You can stand inside your house and push that button, and it'll go right through the house to the car. And if you're standing in front of it, when you're clicking that thing, it's going right through you at the molecular and the cellular level, disrupting your organs at a very minuscule level, but it's still having an effect on you. That's what's going on, and that's why you need to protect yourself from this stuff, because of the fact that it's not going to get any better. It's going to continue to get worse. Hold on one second, because Sandra wants to say something.
Yes, no problem. We welcome her back, Sister Sandra. What's up, Sister Sandra?
Yeah.
What's up?
I just wanted to add that we, the galactic beings that we deal with,
yes,
and they come through when Jerry works on the Organite and put the energy in also. They said the Organite is a key to open other vortex, other dimension. But it won't happen until each individual who has it is ready to do so. So some people may be feel afraid, but there's no need to be afraid.
Right.
But that's one major thing. They said there's more to it than that, but that's what they've told us so far.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Sister Sandra. Anything else you had to say from we?
No, that's it for now.
Okay, we listening. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yowza, yowza,
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you, brother Jerry. I'm still putting up your links, and everybody is supposed to be getting in contact with you. All the links I just put up in the chat again. I've been doing it numerous of times. So, and also it will be in the description, but my family. So please, all of the links to them is in the description right under this video. You can actually scroll down under this video and see it right now because I already put it in advance because this is family. I want to support family just like y'all supported me with my numerology and my Cash App and all that. It's all about helping the people, man. We come with a genuine spirit to help guide the people and not be afraid. Not be afraid. It's not about fear, like my brother's been saying. Jerry, you have any last words you want to say to the people, my brother?
No, I want to say to people this here is that remember that you have the power.
Yes, right.
You have the power to make changes happen, to bring things into existence. You have the power. Don't let anyone or anything take you off your path and make you do things that you know that you should not be doing. Stay in control. Again, intellect over emotion, common sense, critical thinking. All those are your keys to your going on to the next level. And remember this here too, is that when this shit is over and done, ask yourself the question before it gets there, what are you going to do? Are you going to go backwards to the same world that you're coming out of? Because the one thing we have to say is this, that the world as we know it is no longer going to be what it was at this time. The end of the world, you are witnessing and living in real time the end of the world as you know it. So now that the world has ended and a new world order is coming in, where will you be? What will you do for your children and for your grandchildren? Because this beast is not playing. Again, this beast is playing chess. You busy playing checkers. And while he's busy, distracted, while he's busy trying to get his shit together, you get your shit together. Get together with your other people. Get together with your other family members. Get together with other people that are like-minded and start to say, we are going to create something that's going to be better than what it was. And I'm no longer going to have to worry about. Because one thing I want to say, too, is that doing this here thing is that he said only places that were open were places that were essential.
Yes.
What the fuck is the liquor store doing open?
That's what I say. What is the liquor store doing open?
The liquor store is essential.
And somebody just asked Jerry. Somebody just asked if you can be spiritual and drink liquor.
It depends on what you are drinking it for. Same as if you are taking, let's say, marijuana or any other type of mind-expanding product or things there. They all have the benefit, but you have to do them in a manner which is going to benefit you. If you want to have a little drink of liquor, that's fine. That's not a problem. But don't get drunk. It's not meant for you to drink it to get drunk.
Right.
That's the abuse of it. You don't have to do that. Another thing, too, is that this just tells you how backward thinking operates. If someone opens a liquor store in your neighborhood, I didn't say the hood, because you don't live in the hood, you live in a neighborhood, and start saying, I live in a neighborhood, and watch what begins to happen is going to begin to change, not the hood.
Right.
If someone opens a liquor store in your neighborhood, don't go down there to the liquor store, man, and get mad with him. Go to the city council or whoever issued the liquor license for him to put that business there. He can't just open up a store without a license.
That's
so
right.
whoever gave them the license, whether it was the city council or the mayor or the deputy mayor, whoever it was that issued the license for that liquor store to be there, that's who you want to go talk to and saying, because you allow this liquor store to be in our neighborhood, that tells us you don't have our best interest at heart. So therefore, we are going to vote you out of office. That would come down to. That's who you go to. You don't go to the liquor store, man, and argue with him. He got a license. He applied for it. He has that right. But you also have a right to say, I don't want this in my neighborhood.
Exactly.
I don't need this type of stuff in my neighborhood. Why is it that you can go to a city and everybody in the city knows where all the crack houses are but the police? How come the cops don't know where the crack house is? And the house is operating. Well, but you don't.
But Jerry, Jerry, one more question. One more question before you leave. Someone asks, how do you deal with the elders during this time? the elderly.
Okay, in what respect dealing with the elderly?
More likely,
health-wise?
Yeah, more likely health-wise, because I guess it was so vague with that question. Yeah, health-wise.
Okay, health-wise, what you do with them is you try to help boost up their immune system by getting, no matter how old you get, if you give the body what it needs, the body will operate and will function at its optimum. But you have to be able to make sure you're giving them good food, not the bad food. All right, by way of anything that's in a can, a box, or in a bag. I'm not saying you got to become vegetarian, but the more healthy that you eat, the better your body's going to respond. And the things that I mentioned before, the natural herbs, the natural things that are out there, that's what you give them. All right, you things that say when you get old, your bones get brittle.
Yes, sir.
Hell, I'm old. My bones ain't brittle. I'll be 70 this year, and my bones ain't brittle. Exactly. I don't have to worry about falling down and busting my hip, breaking a bone. I got all my teeth. I don't have no false teeth.
Exactly.
So I'm taking care of me. I know how to take care of me. That's what you do. You take care of yourself the best that you can. I don't put nothing in my body that my body cannot take.
That's right.
You see? And with the elderly, those, and if they're past a certain point, then comfort them. Comfort them.
Yes.
Give them the love that they deserve, because they've been here a long time and they've seen more than you will ever see in your lifetime, and they've been through the stuff, so they deserve it. Now, not all elders are wise. Mm-hmm. There's some old fools out there, you gotta be real. And so, but even with the old fool, you gotta recognize that he's an old fool or she's an old fool, and you still give them the courtesy of just for being old.
Right.
You follow, and you work with them. You comfort them. You show them the love. Right. And in doing that, what will happen is that they in turn will show that back to you, and they will appreciate it because of the fact that you recognize them. You understand them. You know them. This thing that's happening now is serious time that we're living in. Right. This is the day that the ancestors and the prophets have prayed for. Why? Because the knowledge is running abundant. There's so much knowledge out there, it ain't funny. That's why when you go to what they call the place where they bury the lies, called the library, dig up stuff. Dig up, start reading again, start doing things. What's that expression they used to say? If you want to hide something from a nigga, what do?
Put it in a book.
You put it in the book. Mm-hmm. You put it in a book. Right. Because you know that you ain't going to go read nothing. So pick up a book. Right. Read something. You don't have to go and get a big, thick book, but try to exercise your mind. Your mind is the most powerful weapon that you have, because before anything can happen in the physical, it first has to be a thought. If you want to raise your hand, you got to think about raising your hand. If you want to go someplace, you got to on there. So everything first creates in the mind, in the spirit, and is brought down to the physical. That's where you start at. You start there and start manifesting and start bringing things together and getting together with people and have a meditation party rather than a booze party.
Yes, sir.
So we're going to get together. We're going to meditate tonight. That's why when it says, when the disciples were in the upper room and they were all in one accord, the heavens opened down and the spirit came down. The heavens opened up and the spirit came down. So you have to be mindful of things that are going on. Pay attention. Don't believe the hype. And the thing is, like my wife was saying, it's funny that everybody's dying now, dying of corona. Ain't no more people having heart attacks. Ain't nobody having no strokes. Hell, ain't nobody getting shot.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's dying of corona. What the hell do you expect? Everybody you see is dying of corona. And if they were old, and the body couldn't handle the disease in the form that it came at them, then that's going to happen. But not everybody is listed. They list them people dying every day, and everybody dying of corona. Young, old, middle-aged, and especially black people. Now, the black people are the ones that are dying more than anybody else. I don't know about that, but I'm just trying to say that there wasn't that many black people in Italy, there wasn't that many black people in Switzerland or in Germany, other places.
Exactly.
So how come all the black folks over here is dying and nobody else over there died? And in Africa, they ain't mentioned once in Africa that this thing ain't running rampant in Africa.
That's right.
This virus is not running rampant. It took over the United States from coast to coast, all over the world. And Africa is maybe one or two places, and the people that got it ain't the original inhabitants there. There's other people that came there with it. So you got to wonder why ain't it happening there. But one thing, a lot of the African countries, they ain't got the 5G either, you know. So
right,
you got to keep that in mind.
And one,
anyway, I'm running my mouth.
It's all right. It's all right.
People with that, just pay attention. Pay attention.
One person asks if do they have to buy like will one of your Organite energy gifts cover the whole house, or you have to buy one per room?
Well, what it is like this: there are different sizes of the Oregon piece that we have, and what I say is that I compare it to a water hose and a fire hose. I have the large, medium, mid-size, and the small. And I say it's like a water hose and a fire hose. They both do the same thing, but depending upon what's going on, is the one that you want to choose. If your house is on fire, you don't want the garden hose to try to put the fire out. You want a fire hose. If you want to water the lawn, then you use the hose, the water hose.
Right.
You don't use the fire hose because it's tear it up. So for whatever you want it for, whatever's going on in your house by way of the electronic devices in the rooms that are being occupied with these things will determine the size of what you want to get. Some people get one for every room, which is a good idea if you want to do that. And there are some that just get them for certain rooms in the house that have a lot of electronic devices and things going on. So it all depends on what you want to use it for and how your house is designed. Also, another thing too is that a lot of people out there got smart meters on their houses, electrical things from the electric company. It's the smart meters, and what that does, that sends out a signal every morning about 3 or 4 o'clock. It sends out a signal, a vibration. A lot of people are awakened at the time of the morning, not knowing why. It's because that signal interfering with your sleep. That you just get up. And so what I did with mine is that I put a pyramid on top of it or below it, and when doing that, it decreased the signal at the night.
Okay. Yeah, they did put a smart meter in my house. You're right. You're absolutely right. They did put one of those smart meters in my house. My goodness, man.
Yeah. Just research smart meters and you'll see what's going on with that. Like you said, it's a high technology. This stuff here is really running rampant. That's why you got to protect yourself against it and not allow it to affect you in a way that it can cause you ill health. It'll cause you to lose your damn mind if you ain't careful.
That's right. Well, Brother Jerry, I want to thank you very much for being a part of this show. I'm sure this is going to be already. We had 100. We had up to 150 so far, most in the room, and 153 likes, 153. So we went in there, brother. So, brother, I want to thank you and your wife for being a part of my journey, and of course, me being a part of your journey. And thank you very much for coming on. And I know you do a lot of shows out there on the West Coast now, right? Well, I know they slowed it down right now. So I mean,
I hear that. But what we're going to do, once the fair thing clear and we get some things together, what we're going to do out here is we're going to be doing several classes. We're going to teach a class on psychometry, on psychic development.
Right.
We're going to teach a class on raising your consciousness, your awareness, what's going on with that. We're going to do quite a few classes that we want to put on out here to bring the people into a whole other level of over, under, and understanding of what to do for. And the thing is that I love Q&A. One class we're going to have nothing but a Q&A class.
Yes, sir.
You come in and ask any question that you want about anything that you want, and what will happen is that the answers will come.
Yes, sir.
And you'll find out what you need to know and what you should know.
That's right. I hope you teach online too, and stop playing. You better stop playing.
Again, this is a high tech shit. I'm always bugging, man. I tell you that.
Yo, but you got a superstar son out there that's doing it big.
But what I want to do is that I do want to do a online, or what do you call that kind of class you'll have? I forget the name of it.
What, online webinar?
Webinar,
Yes,
there you go.
You should.
Yeah,
let your son do it for you, man. Matter of fact, big up your son and your daughter's stores and all that. Please big them up real quick, please.
Okay, my son's store in Atlanta.
Yes.
Is called Tech Genius.
Yes.
He's right there on Ponce de Leon Avenue, right up from Whole Foods in that area. Familiar with that territory? He's there. He can fix a computer. He can build a computer. If your cell phone's out of whack, he can repair that too. My daughter, I am Diva Pink. She has her site where she helps to teach and empower women, young, old, middle-aged, doesn't matter. She does it. My other son, Alabas, also lives in Atlanta. He's an intuitive. You can seek him for spiritual guidance, for tarot card reading, whatever that is. You can contact him, Alabas Fraser, ALABAAS. Fraser, Aida Fraser, and my son Jermaine at the store there. Again, you want somebody with a computer? That's the guy. That's the guy I should contact, but he's way out there. I'm way out here, so we have to get together one day for him to do that webinar and show me how it's done. And I will definitely have a webinar class.
No, he's good enough to teach you over the phone. Believe that. He's good. He's good.
Well, he is the best. Like I said, he's good.
Yes, I know. I know.
Anything about computers, and also in his store, he has Oregon pyramids all around his store too.
Yes, yes. Good brother, man. Well, thank you very much. Thank you and your wife, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me, man. It's been a minute.
Man, it's been a minute. I wish you'd come back over to the East Coast so we could have you and do some lectures again.
Well, the thing is that the East Coast and me don't get along too well right now. I don't want to be out there when the shit happens. So, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm kidding. No, but maybe one day we get out there, man. We take a flight, we hook up something, see if we can get arrange for a class and get something go out there, and we just.
If not, we just do an online thing together. I don't care. We can do it online. I don't care because I can do it like that. You know, I got it. I'm going high tech.
Are you going high tech? Okay, Mr. High Tech.
Yes, sir.
Get on with it.
All right, brother. All right, you have a good night, brother, and rest well, man. We'll talk, okay?
People that tune in, I appreciate you all as well. Be blessed. Pay attention. Don't let the hype get you down, man. Like, you all know better.
Right.
Remember, there's a new day coming, and you want to be part of it. You make it happen because you have the power.
Exactly.
You have the power.
Thank you very much, beloved. Thank you very much, man.
Okay, my brother. I appreciate you, and thank you.
Appreciate you too, sir. Thank you very much. That was our beloved brother, brother Jerry Miller, man, for being a part of this journey. You got to big up Jerry Miller all the time for being a part of the journey. I want to thank all of y'all for being a part of the journey, man, for just being here with me, man. And like he said, like we've been saying, everything you want is on the other side of fear. Fear, remember the acronym of fear: false evidence appearing real, or false expectation appearing real. And some of the presidents of the United States used to say the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. We got to stop. The only two known, according to their science, the only two known fears is the fear of falling and the fear of a loud sound. Those are only two known fears: fear of falling and the fear of a loud sound. Any other fear that you have is all inherited. Any other fear that I had was all inherited from moms, dad, scary movies, all that kind of craziness that has been thrown in our head to just, and especially the movies. We got to, now that I catch on from the metaphysics of the movies, I could watch movies and say, okay, we see what they're doing. We see what they're trying to come with. I mean, movies like this. Let me show y'all this movie right here. This was done like over 20 something years ago. Total Recall. Total Recall in this movie over 20 years ago had the body scanners in the airport. And then 20 years later, guess what? They got the body scanners in the airport. Go figure. Go figure. Total Recall. This is the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Think about that. Oh my goodness. That's just one example, but a good movie to watch, and watch that segment where I think it's Matrix Reloaded. This one here, the segment where Morpheus is speaking in front of the crowd in Zion, that we are still here after all that they've tried to do, after all of the killing, after all of what our ancestors been through, we are still here. See, movies are trying to tell you certain things also. That's why I love when KT, the Arch Degree, break down movies. I love when Phil Valentine used to break down movies back in the day. We are still here. There's nothing to fear. We are still here because death is just a continuation of life. Even if you go through it. Yes, we want to say condolences and respect to all of that. You know what I'm saying? But we cannot fear. We cannot fear. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's what they say. But everything you want is on the other side of fear. Forget what the president, I think it was either one of the Roosevelts that said that. nothing to fear but fear itself. But the new wave of saying things is everything you want is on the other side of fear. Let's get over fear and let's keep it moving. We're still here. All right, family. I'm going to close out. Remember, if you want to do, if you felt that this information was very important to you, once again, I'm gonna share Jerry Miller and Sandra's event information. You can go to their Facebook, you go to the IG, you can send them a cash app. If you felt that the information was important and good for our people, please share this, share this video. If you felt that you want to support your brother, I got the cash app up there, King Simon 3158. That's $ King Simon 3158. I'm keeping the energy up. I'm keeping the flow. I'm doing what I got to do. I train every day. I'm working on all kinds of moves and throws and all kinds of stuff. Woo, man. It is what it is. I love you. I respect you. I'm going to leave out with one of my songs called We Only Have One Life to Live. I want to thank Jerry Miller. I want to thank Sister Sandra and Mama Sister Sandra Fraser for coming on my show. And I want to thank all of you for being who you are. And once again, I want to say condolences if you lost somebody in the family. I know I've lost a few people, friends and all that. But if you want, I want to say condolences. We don't believe me. We don't take it lightly. But one thing you must learn to do is harness fear, redirect fear into something that's productive and something that is also not reactive but proactive. Understand. That's why I tell people to get a book like this, Preparedness Now by Aton Edwards. Very good book to have. Get that book in your arsenal. Get that book. Also, my book is very good. Motivational book. No promotion is bad promotion. All publicity is good publicity. All of that is good. Also, don't forget my book, Numbers Are Simple, People Are Complicated. And also my children's book, Numbers Are Simple, Our Children's Health is Important. How to recognize possible ailments that might be coming up in yourself and your children by knowing their numbers and understanding their numbers. Hey, look. Hey, people, I'll be on again. I'm supposed to be on with Queen Afua tomorrow, but not on here, but on her international phone call. I'm supposed to be teaching on disaster preparedness and certain things and how to keep a steady mindset for like 15 minutes of Queen Afua's international call. So I'm going to see if I can bring Queen Afua on the line with us because she's keeping a positive energy. Make sure you hit up Queen Afua also. Make sure you go to Dr. Africa's website. Still support. He got a nice product on there called Virus. He had that on there for a while, but it's a strong thing about flushing out, helping to flush out whatever thing that might get in your body. So make sure you go to layalaafrica.com. That's layalaafrica.com. Keep on supporting the wife. I spoke to her today. She really thanked all of y'all for being a part of her journey. And of course, his rebirth, from his transition to his rebirth. And she wants to thank all of you. She'll be back on the flow very soon and get ready to do a wonderful job when she comes out. And the classes are still up for Dr. Africa. Dr. Africa taped all those classes probably 3-4 years ago, and they are on the money. If you go and take his class online, they're on the money. He breaks it down. Even the introduction is deep. That's how it gets. So look, one love, one aim, one destiny, and in the immortal words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. I am out of here, family. I'm going to leave you with my song that I'm about to turn into a book form, and this one is called One Life to Live. All right. I'll see y'all later on the other side. Be at peace, stay focused, and stay healthy. Thank you. Bye. Later. We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. We only have one life to live. And we gotta live it. No evil strive or negative vibes. Cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes. Cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. We should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people they know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know We only have one life to live, and we got to live it. No even strive on negative vibes, 'cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, 'cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life anyway. We all know time is running out every day. The people didn't know that life is not a game that we play. If you're not sure about this test, I want the whole world to confess that we all should try to live our life the best way that we can. So I know we only have one life to live, and we gotta live it. Don't even strive on negative vibes, 'cause you won't make it, no matter what they say. You should always try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life. Try to live a positive life anyway.